if you want more matches on Tinder and other dating apps, then in this video you will learn exactly what to focus on. I'm not gonna do this by myself. I'm joined by Daan the Ram, or for TextGod followers, TextGod mentoring program mentees, Coach Dan.
What's up, guys?
Could you not interrupt me?
I just said something.
I was just gonna say about you, he has a very nice intro on his own YouTube channel. You can see a part of it right now.
Very humble.
He's very humble indeed. If I had an intro like that, I would spam it everywhere all the time, but I do not. Here's my intro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably also very cool. And let's crack into the video straight away. What we're gonna do is we made a tier list. We've never done a tier list video. I think we're late with this hype a couple of years.
Yeah, nobody's gonna watch this.
Nobody's gonna watch this, doesn't matter. I'm gonna make it anyway. Pretty much everything that has an effect on the amount of matches and likes you get on your dating apps, I made a little logo for it, and we're now gonna rank them.
Yeah, you spent them on only big booty babes, so it's gonna be a juicy video.
So, to make it super clear, everything we're talking about, the way we rate it is, does it have a lot or a little impact on how many matches you'll get and the quality of the matches?
How do we do this? Like, do we go from D to S, or is it gonna be random?
I think we just select random ones,
All right.
we throw them in there, and we talk about them very briefly.
One that has a really big debate on the social pic. I'm very curious how you would rank it.
Let's start with the social pic. But I quickly want to announce that I made any of these logos myself. I needed photos and I wanted to talk about words. What you are about to see on your screen is 45 minutes of my very important time that went into these logos. We'll start with the social pic. Here we go. I'm throwing it there right now. This is not its final destination, but just so that people can see this beautiful logo. Social pic. Any photo of you joined by other people.
It's one of those things when you have a really photo shoot kind of profile, then I think it's very important. So it kind of depends on the rest. So I don't know, like around B, it seems to be at a good place already, actually.
Yeah, we can move it around later if we change our mind, but I agree. Here's the thing, you can have a very good matches collecting profile without a social pic, been there, done that, but to go to the highest level, I think it's pretty much, it's not impossible, but it's going to be very tough without a social pic.
You have a few really good ones, and it's because they're so goofy, and then it just conveys this whole vibe of fun. But what I often see is that the guy is just like hanging out with like a few beers, or like, oh, hot girl here. See, I have hot girls in my life, and it's, I don't see that work very often. There's an art to it.
Yeah, that just damages your profile, but that's with any photo that you do wrong. But let's keep it on the B for now. I'm going to pick one now. I want to go with here.
Hitler memes?
Oh no.
Spotify. And here I mean linking your Spotify to your Tinder account. Do you think it's important?
No.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
D, trash.
Yeah, nobody gives
Overrated.
a shit. Boo! Next one is cute little brunette who's very hydrated. Location. Your location. How close are you, geographically speaking, to your potential match? This used to be not very important, but I think it's about 2 years from now. This became way more important. Yeah, 2 years ago from the moment of recording this. This became way more important algorithm-wise because the closer you are to your potential match, the more likely you will appear in her swipe stack, together with things as how recently were you both online at the same time. It's kind of complicated. It definitely helps to be seen by more profiles, but
it's not make or break
it's
massively.
It's not make or break. Exactly.
No. Yeah.
I would give it a C.
Yeah, totally.
Is it not kind of weird that we're looking at boobs on all these photos, and then the smaller the cup size, the more important, besides the S?
Oh, the S will be a secret for now.
Okay.
Super massive boobs.
You pick one, bro.
Oh, what about, I've seen many interesting ones. What's a CB photo? That will be for later, guys. For now, the super like.
Where is it? Okay, here.
It's a like on Tinder. You super like her and she gets a notification, or she'll just see it in her swipe stack. She'll see a little blue frame around your profile. Ooh, super liked. Is that good? Is it needy? Is it
it indicates that you really want her, right?
Yeah.
That's what it does. I think super like, showing that you really want her in general, is not very nice because of the neediness tied in, and it's almost like the game is already over because she knows that you really want her. But at the same time, Some girls, you'll just never appear on her screen, so the only way to get a chance to talk to them is through the super like. Maybe you'll have a little bit of a weaker start showing that you really want her, but otherwise you would have no start at all. So it kind of depends on the variance, is that how you pronounce it, between her algorithm score and yours.
Yeah, I agree. At the same time, also when she's exactly your type, but she doesn't have the super hot girl profile, then it can also be a good thing to super like, because she doesn't get them all the time, but she is very much your type. Then it can also be good because she's not used to getting them so often, but she's exactly your type.
We're entering 2022 at the point of recording this, and I think they are regaining their power because people used to throw them around all the time, but recent Tinder changes made them more scarce again. You just have like, embarrassing, but I don't know the exact amount, 1 per week or something, whereas it used to be 5 per day. Anyway, they severely went down in availability. That being said, me personally, I hardly ever use them. I would give them a C. But then, and we have to talk about this as well, if you have Tinder Platinum, then they're better, because then you can attach a personalized message, which, if done right, is uber powerful. But the super like by itself, I would give it a C.
Right.
Here, speaking of the devil, Tinder Platinum. Plat!
Where to put it? You pay that $1, we'll pay back in matches.
Yeah.
You know?
You pay top dollar, and by the way, if you want to pay less top dollar, then you have to make an account with a fake age where you're under 30, then everything you buy on Tinder is cheaper. Also, if you want to pay less top dollar, then you have to buy whatever you buy through the web browser instead of your phone, and it will also be cheaper. Anyway, Platinum is definitely, undisputedly, the best pay to win, the best paid feature that Tinder has. I'm not just saying this. Obviously, we're in the mentoring program. Most of the guys in there have it. They notice differences, right? You'll have features as priority likes, so you appear higher in her swiping stack. You can attach a personalized message when you super like, super powerful. And it also has some less valuable options, but I think it's pretty damn powerful. I would give it at least a B.
Oh, I thought you were going to give it an A, because, I mean, it's not all the difference, so I'm kind of surprised. And we're still not sponsored by Tinder, which you should do.
Yes.
TextGod.com.
We have 1,000 views on every video. Why are we not sponsored? No, okay. It's definitely the best paid feature, but the reason I don't want to give it too much points is because me personally, I'm on vanilla Tinder. I haven't paid...
No paid features.
Yeah, no paid features, and my Tinder just works fine. And it is the same way for guys in my program that have built a solid profile and know what they're doing. That being said, it's still effective. We might give it an A later, but for now, let's give it a B. Speaking about paid features, let's talk about probably the worst paid feature, Tinder Gold. Tinder Plus, worth spending money on. Tinder Platinum, worth spending money on. In between, for some reason, is Gold, which is pretty much useless. It doesn't give you much more than Tinder Plus. You can see who liked you, but that is pretty useless because it doesn't really change the quality of the people liking you.
Yeah, and it suggests some extra likes or extra... It's just... No.
Here. There. Next to Spotify. It's kind of a shame because she's really my type. I mean, it is pretty small here, but I've seen the photos in high resolution, and she's pretty hot, this girl. Fashion. Such a sense of style. How would you rate it?
I got like a, unicorn onesie on my profile, so I think that's fucking stylish.
You're a style icon, because I know for a fact that Daan goes shopping with a personal stylist all the time. Otherwise, he just looks like some sort of Quasimodo type fashion, whatever.
Yeah, people throw like dollar bills at me when they walk by, and I'm sitting on the side of the streets, like, oh, poor homeless guy.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about a stripper. But anyway, I think fashion is severely underrated in general. Not really that it's underrated, but guys don't realize how important it is. When guys come into the mentoring program and they're preparing for a photo shoot, they have to show them the outfits they're going to wear. And almost all the time, the seams on the shoulders will be off. The pants will be way too long. I just had a coaching call yesterday where I explained how to pick the exact length of a pants depending on whether it's a rather skinny jeans or a slim fit or a straight cut or whatever. But guys don't know how these things work, and other guys might not necessarily notice, but girls, especially hot ones, they notice it, and it's like, you're just this clumsy dude that doesn't really know how to present himself, and it shows a sort of disconnect with popular culture. It's just more important than you think it is.
Way, I totally agree. That's why
Where would you put it?
Definitely A at least, maybe even S. I don't know.
Fuck, that is more
It's
important
hard.
than a social pic?
Yeah, way more.
Okay, let's put it there for now.
Of course.
I want to pick one. New one, smart photos. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. What does it do? If you activate this, then Tinder will split test your photos and find the best one. There's a very long scientific explanation, but it's going to fuck you up. Smart photos is useless and it's giving you less matches than you would get without it. So there you go. Yes, that's where you belong. Blah. You pick one.
Okay, the infamous, the one and only dog pic. Do you need one?
Dog pic. Yeah. Dog pic. Every guy knows that it works. Studies have shown that it works. Girls talk about it when they're having girls' night out. Maybe. Anyway, a correct dog pic is S tier level. But a forced dog pic, because I see some clients doing this, they're like, I don't have a dog pic, but I know it works, so I'm gonna borrow it.
Run up to a stranger's dog in the street.
Yeah. To be fair, we gave this as a tip once in a video.
Yeah, I mean, it works like crazy. It does.
I mean, the dog pic, we have to give it an S because there are some guys in the program that have such amazing dog photos, like our coach Justin, like I can't say
I don't know the names
of the clients,
we
but
can say them. Yeah, but there's
the San
some
Francisco
are just
hippie guy.
yeah, it's super insane, and yeah, it just works like a charm. Would you rate other animals as the S tier
No,
as well? Cat pic, parrot pic.
No, parrot pic would probably be like a D rank. I'm not sure if you've seen my other videos, then you know why. But bird pics are performing very bad. Cat pics can be good, but they're definitely not as effective as dog photos. I find it kind of creepy that we know so much about all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you're a Tinder coach. You should. How about drugged wild animal pics, like
Yes. Those
lion?
are very good. The animal has to look very abused. No. Yeah, but okay, so it's a serious question. Research has shown that photos with exotic animals, like a caged tiger or a petting tiger zoo or whatever, they will
jaguar.
fuck you up. You might get some more likes from some low IQ
Simpletons.
rednecks somewhere, whatever. But
Yeah, indeed.
No.
No,
Yes,
don't do it.
There would be at the
Don't support those places in the first place. Actually, what the hell?
Yes,
Okay.
this is now a PC video.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
how about the Hitler pic?
Yeah, Hitler pic. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pick a very easy to discuss one, and it's this one. Do you know what it is, Dan?
V.
It's a V for verified. You can verify your Tinder account, your Bumble account, your most dating app accounts. It doesn't take a lot of work at all. It's a 1-minute process. It elicits more trust. Are a lot of people gonna think like, ooh, this is a fake account? No, unless you are retardedly hot, which you probably wouldn't be watching this video. But there's no downside to it.
Yeah.
Right. It's not gonna really make or break anything, but it's easy to do. You should do it. Then again, the question we ask ourselves for this video is, does it get you more quality matches and more quantity? A little bit more. Let's give it a C.
Yeah, totally agree. How about... Oh, I love this one. Passions. I like music.
I like reading.
I like reading too. We match.
We have to do a passionate makeup now.
I can go to you.
Fucking hell. Again, passions, it's not gonna make or break your profile. But I am an advocate. Is that how you...
Yeah,
I am an avocado of doing it. That was a very silly joke. Fuck. Editor,
I
maybe...
thought it was good.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, editor, cut it out. Leave it in for simple people. Like
Yes, me. I like it.
I think it can, for the little effort it does, it sometimes makes you want to match someone more. Like recently, I saw a hot girl that didn't look like a nerd, but still she had the anime passion there, and it got me a little bit more curious. Or me, for example, I'll rewarding you to watch this video that's not gonna get a lot of views, but we still wanted to make anyway. I'll tell you what passions I use. I use reading, surfing, athlete. That's kind of cringe to say about myself, huh?
Athlete.
But I'm a cyber athlete. I used to do very well in World of Warcraft, and that's not a joke. Rider and outdoors. So I took a combination of more like
Lies?
more cultured, introverted stuff linked with more masculine stuff. So I appear to be a more well-rounded guy, but there are actually things I all do. They're not lies.
Yeah. No, totally. I think it's a great way to show both sides. still, in the end, like listing all those things, how much of a change will give that in the matches that you actually get?
Well, it's better than smart photos, but it's definitely not as important as a social pic. So let's put it here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think so too. C, like between C and D, I'd even say, but whatever. C is good.
It is time to pick the most infuriating one for the YouTube crowd. Let's make people angry.
It's all about looks, Louis.
Yeah.
Follow rule number 1, Louis.
Yeah.
Just be looks and everything. That's how it sounds to me sometimes. I get it. On one hand, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never complained about my looks. You, on the other hand, complain about your looks all the time. So maybe you tell me how it feels to not be an 11 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm very average looking. And I had massive dating success in my life. And I see it time and time again. Like this guy who is like kind of on the heavy side who gets a number. Or this guy who's like very average looking and is making out with this beautiful girl. Or this guy who had like many matches and now is happily married with a girl about 20 years younger than him. So I can see it's possible.
Oh, it's definitely possible. Let's not beat around the bush. Looks matter. The better looking you are, the better your starting point. But there's two things that we have to say here. One, they're really not as important as you think. And if you've watched my videos, then you already know what I'm going to say is more important. I'll put that thing on the tier list right after this one. And secondly, let's say you're not an Armani catwalk model. Then you can cry about it all you want, but it's not going to change anything about the genetics you have been given when you crawled out of your mom's vagina. So, yeah, let's just do the best we can with what we have gotten. Easier to say for some people than others. But again, it's really not as important as you think, even for a dating app based on mostly your appearance. And then again, it's your appearance, and it's also way more than your appearance in your profile.
It's so much more. And you know what the thing is? What game do you want to play? If you believe and say to everybody all the time, like, looks are so important, then you're kind of falling into the belief that this is the game you want to play. It's about looks, you know? And that means you also probably rank and rate her a lot on her looks. Like, oh, she looks like a 10, so it means she's just the best girl ever. You know, and is that really the game you want to play? Like, subconsciously it will, you know, portray in your dates, in the interactions you'll have with women. And I don't play that game. Like, I've dated women who I would say are 10 out of 10 looks-wise, but were a complete mess, and I was turned off very quickly by them. Like, it's just not the game I'm playing, and that shines through in what I do, and how I speak, and how I interact with women. And then you're gonna play the game on a whole different level that actually allows you to succeed in this.
It's a beautiful speech.
My little thing.
And I agree. But where would you rank looks?
Oh, S tier. It's all about looks, bro.
Hey, honestly, I would put it here, like in the middle.
Yeah. I think that's pretty damn fair. Like, even with the guys who are model looking, it's quite often they're model looking because the work and the principles they follow in their photos. And, you know, they got really good at all the photo stuff because they were a bit more good looking. So it was a bit more motivating for them, you know, to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why they got so successful. Not just, oh, looks, bam, instant success, 10 out of 10, hot girls all the time. No. But it's S tier. No. No.
Okay, so I just told you that after looks, I would talk about the one that I think is way more important. Here it comes. I yap about it all the time. If you haven't heard me yap about it yet, then you have to subscribe even more to my channel and watch more videos and like them too. There it is. And I'm already gonna tell you, it's staying right there at the S tier level. It is hyper important. Vibe pics. I also put it on this very beautiful woman. In my opinion, taste is subjective. Vibe pics. What I mean with vibe photos, it are photos that aren't per se about what you look like, but more about your energy. I kind of don't really want to use the word energy, but what would it be like to be
Your
around
spiritual
this person?
essence.
Oh yes, your chakras and your spiritual essence.
Ashes. Did you open your brown chakra yet in your vibe pic?
So no, it's photos that tell the story of what it is like in like to be part of your life. It's photos like this one. It's photos like this one, and even Daan has one. A photo like This one. And one of a client. This one. These type of photos, when she's swiping, she sees them and it's like, it actually looks quite cool to be around this guy. He's having a blast, which is way more powerful than, wow, he was born with amazing looks. He was born with a very symmetrical nose. No, this guy is just like, when I'm around him, I'm gonna have a great day. Whereas, yeah, it's just the most important thing.
It's important. Just have a vibe pic.
Yes, and a dog pic. Dress well, have a vibe pic and a dog pic, and you'll be fine. Wait, let's see what else we have there. Here's a beautiful girl coming in.
Boom. Anthem.
Anthem. I just told you earlier, Spotify, you don't have to link it. Nobody gives a shit, and it makes your profile super lengthy and not cool to look at. Not aesthetic to look at. But having an anthem, one song that you select, again, it is almost no effort. It's something like adding your passions. And it definitely does something for you sometimes. I've had it where girls open me on my anthem. Does it happen very often? No. Is it nice that it happens sometimes? Yes.
Bonus.
And because we just talked about vibes, not everyone will even play your anthem. But there's always a small chance that the anthem you have is a song she really likes, and then the more niche this song is, the greater the impact it'll have. But also, I have it sometimes where I play the girl's song because I don't know it, and I'm kind of curious already about her. Right? You're like on the edge of should I swipe her or not, and then you play it, and it keeps playing while you look at her profile, and it creates more of a mood. It's like, oh, this is what she likes to listen to when she's swimming.
You wrote a pretty funny article about it. If you Google Tinder Anthem, TextGod, you'll find it with also some funny suggestions just to use.
So it's one of these things, it has to go here.
See, it's easy, but it's not life-changing.
Exactly. Boom, bum, bum, bum. Flagship photo. My design is a little bit failed here, but I had to put it so high so we could see her gorgeous face and other important parts of the photo. Flagship photo, it's your first photo on your profile. Let's not waste too much time. Yes, it's hyper important. It's the first thing she sees. It has to make a very good impression. You have to do it right. There's a whole bunch of rules to follow for it. You'll find them out if you join the TextGod mentoring program.
Great.
Boom, there it is. Job. You can add your job title to your profile. Have you ever done that?
No.
Me neither. No, there was a time where I put writer because I write articles about dating. And writer just sounds cool, but maybe I've watched too much Californication.
Motherfucker.
Your job title, I think it's not very relevant, and in a lot of cases it will do harm when you have a rather boring job.
A guy in one of my programs is a vaccine researcher, and he put that in. I thought it was kind of smart also because there's all this controversy around it, and people agree with them, disagree with them. So, he'll probably want to match with somebody who doesn't believe you're getting like 5G microchips injected in your system, because then there's all this discussion on your dates, and that's probably not what you're looking for over a glass of wine. So, then I was like, it's kind of smart that you put it in,
Yeah, no, there I agree. Sometimes it's good, but in most cases, it's not very good, or I would just leave it out. But there's a bunch of guys in the TextGod mentoring program that have studied or are studying at high status universities, like really the best universities in the world. And I see it even on the calls, other guys who are like, oh, you studied there, man. That's pretty amazing. And it also comes back in their conversations sometimes. So if you went to a really high value school or you have a really cool job, then put it there. But just don't put stuff as like CEO at my own company or something.
Oh, yeah. That especially says it's a very small company, actually. So usually, I'm a amateur dog poop scooper.
You are?
Yeah. Like I'm in between jobs, but I scoop dog poop.
But amateur dog poop scooper? That's a tongue twister. Dog poop scooper. Or
Dog
maybe
poop
not.
scooper.
Maybe I'm just simple. But anyway, that could be
good?
that could be funny. But then again, maybe a little bit childish. I don't think you will match you won't match a lot of women age 30 with sophisticated jobs, but
I never do.
Anyway, I would put it here. C.
Great. Yeah, C.
Okay,
yeah.
We have a couple more. I think it's time
Maybe
we pick this one, because some guys will be like, hey, none of these girls are my type. I'm more into this type of girl.
Non-existent.
What do you mean?
I mean...
You're shattering dreams of some viewers.
Oh, sorry. I mean, what the hell? Grow up. I mean, that's fine too, yes.
Sorry,
T
this is very
plus.
judgmental. Yeah, this is
Tinder
Tinder Plus.
Plus, yes.
Okay, look, we've had Platinum. It's ranked right here. I told you it's the best paid feature. Gold is worthless, pretty much worthless. It's ranked down here. Tinder Plus can only go in between both. Tinder Plus, it's definitely an upgrade with noticeable bonuses from vanilla or plain Tinder or unpaid Tinder, whatever you want to call it, right? You can swap your location now. You can hide some things. You have more likes. It has an effect, but it's not gonna, if you don't have a lot of matches, it's not that buying this will change your world and suddenly you do.
That's completely right. I think if you have a quite alright, good-ish profile, then I would put it in B, you know? But just in general, overall, it's definitely C.
Yeah. But if you have a super good profile and you're swimming in likes, then even Tinder Gold makes more sense because you can just go over the list of the hundreds of women that liked you and swipe them into matches in a matter of seconds or minutes, whereas otherwise you would have to. If you're a super hot, athletic, rich CEO and you can't lose much more time, then
With
you
a
can
dog.
get Tinder Gold.
Mm.
With a dog. Yes. We have just a few more, and some of them are very important. Let's talk about. You can choose this one.
Twerking pic?
Choose one. Go.
Oh, sorry. Bio.
Wow, that's a very beautiful set of words that you could have in a bio. Long story short, a bio definitely has an effect. If your profiles are whack and they suck, then the bio is not going to save you. If you have medium to good photos, then the bio will actually do work. Plus, the bio also makes sure that conversations run smoother. They're easier to reopen. She can open if she wants to. You can show a little bit more personality.
And a bio can completely self-sabotage a good profile.
Oh my god, for sure.
Completely. Like, you can have like rocking good photos and then some negative shit or some low self-worth kind of like one student, he had a bio like corporate slave from Monday to Friday. That's how it started off, like kind of negative and a bit low self-worth or something. I mean, his whole profile changed and he literally thanked us, you know, the guy, from going from 2 matches a month to having a backlog of like 50 matches he still had to text because he was just drowning in it. So, you know,
I don't know who you're talking about. Because all our students do this. A good bio helps you out. A bad bio fucks you in the ass. I would put it here. But it's... Do it... Goddamn. Or here. No,
definitely not
it has
C.
to be here. B.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
getting more tricky. But
I think between B and A, it's a bit, yeah. Okay, but it's the question
like
is
a lot of girls are like that as well. They're like between A and B, and then when they're on their period, they're suddenly a B, and if you're very lucky, sometimes even more. But then sometimes when they're like, yeah, fuck, never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, B. Okay. Ooh, let's do this one. Grooming, and I'm talking about hygiene, making sure you have a good haircut. It's pretty much fashion, but then without the fashion. What do you do to your eyebrows, your hair, your teeth, your tongue, your earwax, your toenails, your fragrance choice, your... Am I missing stuff? Oh, your skincare, of course. It's something we could discuss about for a long time, but we're not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you, it's pretty damn important. And again, it is more important than looks. I'm not saying this because I have to, because otherwise I would make less sales or whatever. It's just how it is. Talk about it with any hot girl you've ever met that is not super low IQ, and eventually she'll agree that grooming is more important than looks. Do you agree as well?
Yeah, like.
Do you just
without
agree
saying-
because you don't want to be a low IQ girl?
Oh yeah, no, I'm high Q.
Yes, you are. Okay, let's talk about
TGMP. What's that? I
It
heard
is-
that's the best thing ever.
that is actually true. You might not have heard it. It is a TextGod mentoring program. It is a program where you come in and after 12 weeks you leave and your dating life changed. It really does. I have 1 billion million testimonials. I can actually, I will actually make a couple appear on your screen right now. Like, tuk, 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 tuk.
Bam.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. It's the truth. It's undebatable.
Well, it's not really a big ass surprise either. What is the mentoring program? It's coaching, and you receive feedback. You take the feedback, and you do something with it. You come back to Louis, like, "Hey, I use this. This is how my conversation goes. This is how my pictures look now," and you know, you improve. It's not like, "Oh wow, that's such a surprise!" Like somebody who's actually the best in the world in this, Louis. teaches you how to do it. Now it works. What a surprise. Yet some people don't think that system works for some reason.
It's really funny.
I don't know.
Because before you come into the program, and it's not for everyone, you have to go through a call, which is approximately 1 hour long, and one of my guys will see if we're a right fit and if we can actually help you, which most of the time we can. But what I noticed is on a lot of these calls, guys that find it easy to decide to actually join the program are usually the ones that already have coaching for other stuff, whether it's their business or their mental health or high-level sports or whatever. They're like, hey, I know coaching is important. I already do it for this and this and this. So why would I not do it for my dating life as well? Poof, they join. But guys who have never done any type of coaching, they're usually the ones more like, should I do this? Like, can I not just do it by myself?
Yeah, I mean, you can. It will just take like literally 10 times longer, and you probably won't get the same results. While in 3 months, we can, 10x your matches. And if you don't have matches, there'll just be a lot of matches. And I don't know, it just goes pretty quickly. But S tier, it's great there.
Okay. Which one now? We actually have 4 more, and I think this one is one of the most important things, and this one's also pretty important, and this one is not important at all, but people will think it's important.
Let's just say what it is. We have 4 more. Boost Instagram CB photo. What is that? And prompts.
Yeah. Let's start with
prompts.
You don't have them at the point of recording in Tinder, but you definitely do have them on Bumble, and even better so on Hinge, where they are more advanced and you can use your voice to answer them and so on. Prompts, it's much like a bio. If your profile sucks, if your photo sucks, it's not going to do very much. If they are medium to good, it will do much, but they will have more impact than a bio. That's my opinion. It's not just my opinion. We actually coded a little tool where we can track all the likes that come in, and we can kind of see why they liked us. And prompts in some profiles do more than photos. In my profile, it's almost exactly even between my best performing photo and my best performing prompt. I mean,
yeah, you had like one with like 50%.
No, it's not 50. It's a 34.5% on my best photo and my prompt. But yeah, this is a huge sample size. It's over 1,000 likes or whatever. It's also been tested by mentees. We do the fucking nerdy stuff. We track it. Prompts work very well. I would put them here.
A tier, yeah.
How about Instagram?
Ooh.
And here I'm talking about not just having Instagram, but actually linking it to your profile. Do you have an opinion about it?
It's really like a lot of things in dating. It depends. If your Instagram is alive and it really tells, something extra that maybe your Tinder profile doesn't show, it's a good opportunity to, on your Tinder, a beach pic can be a bit superficial, but if you can sneak something of good athletics into your Instagram, that's a subtle way to put it in. So that you can be smart about it, but it needs to really show something extra, and that's the whole thing here.
Yes, there are some guys and they attach their Instagram, but the few good photos that they had for Instagram are also the few good photos they'll have for their Tinder, for example. So it's just like double, and then it's only doing you damage because you're telling that there's not much going on in your life. You said something else that I think is very clever. Showing off your body when you have a good body on Tinder is often a little bit like pushover or a little bit braggy. But if you don't show it in your Tinder photo lineup, but it is attached in your Instagram down there that she kind of finds by snooping around, investing her own time, then it's way easier to get away with it, right? You're not really shoving it into people's face, but it is there, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to find it.
Yeah. So smart. So B, A?
I would say B. Yeah, it's definitely not more important than stuff like bio looks. Platform.
Yeah, and definitely not as fashion either. So
and it's also not needed because I haven't linked my Instagram in a couple of years now for specific reasons. And it still works, but I might actually start using it again soon. Anyway, we have just 2 more. I'll save the best one for last, but right now I want to talk about this one.
Boost.
Because some guys, I see it all the time. I see it on Reddit. I see it in my program. Some guys, they get almost all their matches through boosts. They throw shit tons of money on boosts. And it's like, hey, I boosted and I only got this amount of likes. Or, hey, I just did this amount. I did 3 boosts in a row and blah, 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 blah. I think a boost can be very effective. It really depends on where you live and the time you use it and so on. But the conspiracy theorist in me also kind of believes that if you boost, that after the boost, the dating app, in this case Tinder, will make your profile less visible to people so that you're like, hey, damn it, it's not working anymore, but I felt so good during my endorphins rush when I was boosting.
Hit me up again. Inject with a sweet ass boost. Matches.
Yeah, I think that Tinder punishes your algorithm or your score, whatever you want to call it, after boosting for a certain amount of time. Me personally, I haven't boosted in months and it works fine. Again, it could be good when your profile is not as strong, but it's not as important or as powerful as people think. I don't want to reward this feature too much.
No, but it does work on the short term.
What do you think
so
here?
yeah, B is fine.
Could we quickly acknowledge the artwork that I made here? These cute little logos and this collection of babes. I think it's very pleasant to look at.
Yes, oh yeah. I mean, great fonts.
No, it's always the same font.
Oh yeah? Oh,
Yes.
it sometimes doesn't look too 3D. Okay.
Last one. It is the CB photo. I mean, you said it a couple times, like, oh, what would that be?
What's that?
Some followers will know what it is, but it is the clickbait photo. If you've watched the video that I will make,
Not
it
chocolate
appear.
bread photo?
No, it's not chocolate breath photo.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, the video where I explain all about the CB photo, how you can make it and prove that it works, will be linked in, I always forget what corner it is, but one of those corners will be the little gray thing. You can click that, watch it after this video if you have the time, if you feel like it. But it's a clickbait photo. It's a photo specifically designed to make her want to react to the photo. I will give you a template that is very stealable and a little bit edgy, but it works. And I will give you another type of clickbait photo that you can use. There's 2 types, and I'm making this sound very vague, but let there be no vagueness about the effectiveness of a clickbait photo. I think I'm doubting between S tier and A tier. I would do S tier.
S tier.
A properly done clickbait photo is gonna change your dating profile.
Want to know more? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just arouses that feeling of, I need more.
It's like she needs to know what it's about.
What about this guy?
She's gonna match you and she's gonna text you.
Great tier list. Yeah, a lot of things got cleared up. Don't Spotify. Don't super like. Actually, all the paid features now, look at it, are pretty damn low. Wait, is Tinder Platinum in it? We covered that,
B.
right? Oh yeah, it's on B. Okay, so that's like the best of the paid features, just Platinum.
Well,
and,
I would say, if you, my dear viewer, are not completely tired of looking at our smug faces yet, is there anything we want to move around at this point now that we've discussed everything? Is there anything that we missed? If so, let us know in the comments so that we know that you're a nerd and you pay too much attention to detail. But is there anything you want to move around?
I mean, is bio as important as linking your Instagram?
No, a bio is more important than linking your
Yeah,
Instagram.
I'm thinking that.
But it's also not as important as your hygiene or your fashion.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's really in between. So whatever. Boost as the Instagram. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think, as always, we did everything perfectly.
We didn't make a mistake again.
Oh, it's just flawless. Like that third I did this morning, or the presentation I gave last night.
I would like you to subscribe, but whenever I ask people to subscribe at the end of the videos and then I look at the analytics, not very many people subscribe, and you have way more subscribers on your channel than me, so can you make them subscribe?
Subscribe, because if you subscribe, you'll get a 2-inch bigger dong. Penis.
That lame line still works?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
The line works. Subscribing probably won't give you anything. But do it, because 2-inch bigger penis. Why not?
That's a big difference. But then it's gonna hurt too much when I try to go in the rear end. Should we put that in a YouTube video?
Yeah, we should put that in.
Alright, see you next time.
Bye bye.